Oh yeah.
About 8 inches on this side, and then our larger harvest fish we keep over here, so that when we move them into the harvest dock, you know, there's a little bit of a
That's you keep fish all summer, right?
all summer, all winter. We don't have to feed them in the winter because they go dormant, and in the summertime we feed them twice a day. This lake is 40 feet deep out here in the middle. It's a strip cut, they call it. Strange to you, but it's a mining strip cut from actually in the 50s, and this was what they call pre-law. Now they have to put it all back. Now they have to put all the layers of soil back in the way it was. When they take the soil out, they take the topsoil off and put it in this pile and then in the next structure. Before, all they did was just unearth it, find the coal, and leave. And that's what they did here. And we have about 80 acres of water here. It goes this way, and then it goes back that way, and then there's little fingers of water where they would dig for the coal. And so that's what all of this is. They don't like to come to the top. They're very shy. They're very scared, very nervous. When we feed them, they come up to the top very quickly. They eat and then they go back down. We keep lids on them because of the predatory birds. Great blue herons. They perch around the cages, so we have to be careful because they'll eat the little ones especially. And we have a new influx of eagles here, and the eagles they'll take care of a cage quick. But these are smaller fish. These are the 8-inch fish. In these cages here, those in the cages at that end are probably around 10 inches long, and then the cage that we're emptying out of, those fish are about 1.5 pounds, which is where they want them. That's the size that they want. And we just continually feed them and nurse them until they're ready to harvest. It takes about 15 months of actual feeding time to get them up to harvest size. And so it takes, you know, one full summer and part of another before they're actually, these will be ready this time next year.
It's like this size the next year?
Yeah, by next year they'll be 1.5 pounds, around November, December. And if the water stays good and things, you know, they grow healthily, we'll lose a little bit over the winter. Not much, but we'll lose some over the winter just to the cold and so on. But hopefully, you know, we won't lose a lot and we'll have the same harvest next year. We run these paddle wheels. They help surge the water constantly to keep it from stratifying. Yeah, it keeps it moving. We would actually like to put one more in to just keep everything churning real well around our dock area. We want to add another area like this on the other side of the lake. But we can't put any more here. We learned that. But like I said, the lake is big and it goes a long way. There's only a certain time frame we can work in. We give them some clove oil, which makes them sleepy and they don't injure themselves. And then they run oxygen and we start netting them out. But you can see this cage has been in the same duration as those will be, and they don't get too bad. If they get too bad without you, they'll go in with brushers during the summer and brushers. It helps a little.
Up a little bit, tarp it, hit them with a clove oil, and then pull that thing down to the other end, the raft and the cage and everything. This pond was originally set up for shrimp, for prawns, and it drains on this end, so this is the deep end. Down there is the shallow end.
Oh, okay.
So this cage will hit bottom somewhere over halfway down over there. So we need to lift it up and then move it down there because we can't get the truck back on this end.
Okay.
So,
How
6 feet.
6 feet?
Yeah.
Backwards for these fish.
Yeah.
It was right for the prawns. Wasn't
Yep.
it? I didn't get out here when they was. I started working and I didn't get a chance to get out here when they was doing the prawns. I wanted to
How much fish you can raise? It's like in like this pond.
Okay, this is a 1 acre pond,
1 acre.
and you can put 2 cages in there.
It's like
And in each cage, we're putting somewhere between 1,700 to 2,000 fish per cage. You
okay.
say 4,000 fish per acre. 2 cages, 2,000 fish in each cage
Oh, okay.
in 1 acre pond. So if you had a 4 acre pond, you could theoretically do 8 cages, or 2,000 fish per cage is 16,000 fish. In one of these cages, we're usually pulling out about between 2,000 and 2,500. The most we've ever pulled out is over there at the Welch's where you were, and we pulled 3,800, 3,900. They were overstocked.
Yes. But you can raise it. Here's a kind fish in this pond.
What's that?
Here's a kind fish. You can raise it in this pond.
Yeah, you can. But the stripers, they don't like to be seined, so we don't put them loose in the pond. Now, if they wanted to do largemouth bass, they could do those here in this pond, and loose in the pond. You wouldn't need the cages. But the hybrid striped bass, unless you have them in a cage and they get used to being crowded like that, they don't do very well for live haul. We want all these live. Now, if we wanted to put them on ice, we could let them loose out here and then just seine them and ice them down and send them. That's not a problem. But they don't stay alive very well when you seine them. Largemouth don't have that problem. Well, I don't know if he's going to get in there or not, is he? Push it back out there.